Hello, everybody.
Good evening.
Oh, here we are. Here we are. It's always fun to stream on the same day as releasing a new episode, I think.
Yeah.
And this one was, it wasn't like it wasn't difficult at all. It's just that other things kept on getting in the way, I guess. So sorry that it was such a long gap. It'll hopefully never happen again.
What was the previous one, not counting the uh, the what you call him Jim Riley interview?
What was the last episode?
Before that.
That was the downloads on disc too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, really? How long ago was that then?
About a little bit over a month ago.
Hmm. Is this really bearded try? I don't know. I until I see
punished
myself
try.
Huh?
Punished try
Punished try.
with the living your life among PS2s.
I didn't think it was that scruffy until I see myself here on the stream. So, I think that once I started the PS2 episode, I always I wouldn't quite classify it as a beard. This isn't a beard. This is laziness. This is what that is.
Yeah.
But whenever I get like so deep into working on an episode, like I always go a little scruffier than usual.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd probably I would guess maybe the longest I've gone without shaving since I needed to shave. Like after starting to work on the PS2 episode. I feel like that wasn't that long ago, but it must have been.
Do you ever? I don't know. Maybe it's just a thing. Like whenever I talk to my mom and I've like kind of like haven't shaved in a little while, it's always like, "Oh, are you growing a beard?" Every time I'm like, "No, not really. Like this is just." I just haven't cut my facial hair because I never shave it all the way. So I always got like a little bit of scruff there. But
the scruff is part of your look.
Yeah. But I don't know if you ever get that. I mean, do your parents ever like, oh, you growing a beard?
No, because I think my parents like would be shocked if I was actually growing a beard. Like they just couldn't even perceive that. So whenever they see me and they're just like, you need to shave.
Get it together. So tonight I'm going to be playing Shinobi Legions, a game that Try saw it in the episode. He's like, oh, you got to play that. It looks awesome.
Yeah, I thought it looked great. Like I've always never heard that necessarily being one of the good ones, but I'd seen pictures of it, but like obviously not very close up. And until I saw it in the video just this morning, I had no idea that it was like this Mortal Kombat-esque digitized actor thing, and that's amazing. And I really
yeah. I mean, it's like full on, like midway arcade style, like mid-90s style. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it looks great. So have you played much of it before?
I played like the first 3 levels, I think. So you get like 4 lives and there's 5 continues. So I don't know if I'll be able to beat it. It's a bit different than the other ones because you focus on your primary weapon in this is your sword. It's not like the shurikens. So I'll go ahead and get started, but we can.
It's interesting how many Saturn games there are that don't have saves. That was very uncommon. Sega really continued that sort of arcade style of game at home for so long, and because otherwise that style of game really wasn't a thing on home consoles. Like it just wasn't common on PS1, and I can't even think of any examples on N64, a game that had no saves, no continues, anything like that.
I mean, there's no saves. There's just, no, not really. I love the live action cutscenes though in this. It's pretty good. So you got your general block, like a 3-hit combo. Yeah, I'm cutting down the trees and stuff. You're seeing it when I'm sending you, right?
Yeah, I was kind of looking at the stream, but
Look at him. He can crawl around. But you can throw.
are you as nimble as Shinobi 3?
Yeah, I mean you can flip and everything.
Can you do like the running slash?
Mm-hmm. It doesn't look as cool.
I mean that is one of the premier Genesis animations.
Yeah, you like that. Yeah. It's I mean, we've always talked about that, like how Shinobi 3 really adds a lot to the overall gameplay.
Right.
Man,
I still need to beat Revenge someday though.
Yeah, well maybe. Well, I don't know if that would be something you could take on next week.
I don't know. For those who aren't aware, next week we are going to be participating in the Extra Life marathon, which is a charity marathon that that anyone can participate in basically, and the idea is that you stream games for 24 hours and raise money for charity, and we're just gonna be beating a bunch of games.
Yeah.
Like specifically games.
Hopefully. I mean, last time
Wow.
you did that when you did a backlogger stream, you ended up spending the entire time on G.I. Joe.
I don't know about the whole time. Well, it probably took us, I don't know, 5-6 hours. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I just remember it was longer than anticipated.
But I'm going to try to pick my games wisely, and hopefully we'll be a bunch of games. To clarify, these are games that are on our backlog, games that we have not previously finished. So
Yeah.
it's going to be all about making that backlog progress. I saw someone say, "Why is it mute? Is the game audio not on?"
No, it is. I can turn it up a little bit though. I thought they said that we were muted, and we're definitely not. This was one I was thinking about doing for the stream, but then it's like, oh, it makes more sense just to play it tonight.
Yeah. I mean, you might not finish tonight. Maybe you can finish it.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, I'll try to do it.
Yeah, you'll sort of get a feel for it tonight.
Yeah, because
anyway,
I'm gonna try to beat Bonk's Revenge, which is one that.
Oh yeah. Oh, what you should do is Goemon 2 on Super Famicom.
You think I could do it?
Oh yeah. I mean, I beat that. The first time I beat that was like a 5-hour stream.
Really?
Or so. Yeah, I might have gone a little long, but. Oh wow! Look at that! Look at that digitized mask. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot to like about this if you're into, this look.
Anyway, I think we're gonna start at 10 a.m. on Saturday. Is that right? I think that's the official. The official thing is to start at 10 a.m. in your time zone, if I'm not mistaken, for Extra Life.
Right. So it's 10 a.m. to 10 a.m. the next day.
Yeah.
And maybe a little bit longer if we are like close to beating something. if we need to finish it out.
Yeah, we'll see. Depends on if we've got the energy to do so at that point.
I'm excited. I've never done one of these before, though. I've never done a charity stream before. A marathon. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
And that will be in lieu, by the way, of the Sunday stream.
Yes.
So we'll stream, Saturday morning to Sunday morning, and there won't be a stream Sunday evening.
I'm getting a feel for the game. There's a reason.
How different does it feel from the other games to you?
I mean, not that different, really. I'm just adjusting to it, it's just I'm out of practice. It was interesting because a lot of the footage for this episode, I was able to use stuff that I had used on the Saturn RGB episode that I had recorded off of the system.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of a nice little bonus. And there was, there's definitely some B-roll that I like. Even, I use different segments of it.
I was just before the stream. I can't believe I never even popped this in and tested it, but I was playing.
Oh wait, look at the you gotta watch the cutscene.
Oh.
Here he is gonna be like, Aya. I mean, look at this guy looks kind of scary. Not him, but like his henchman guy. This guy, I guess.
Oh wow.
It's. I wonder if that's a PVM. Looks like it could be.
I mean, I think this looks amazing.
Yeah, it's kind of expensive. The US version is expensive now.
It looked like it was at least 60, 70.
Yeah, there is a Japanese version though. I mean, obviously. It's interesting because this, for being such a staple Sega franchise for a long time, they did not publish it in the US.
Really? Who did?
Vic Tokai.
Oh.
I mean, it's kind of weird that they would not do it, but
the trees in this level aren't super convincing.
No, but it's okay.
I think this is why this is the level that I'd seen screenshots of before, and when you see it in this context, you might not immediately realize, oh, that's digitized actors,
Right.
But anyway, as I was saying, just before the stream, I was playing for the first time. I'd never even popped it in my system other than just to install it. Final Fantasy X HD. I don't think I'd even tried out the PS3 version before, which is silly, but...
really? I mean, I guess I never played the PS4 version either. I got it for a day after Christmas.
Yeah, but I never even tested out the PS3 version, which
Oh, really?
I bought obviously well before the PS4 version came out.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks real nice. If at first I was like, wow, the music is really bad, but it was because I had I didn't have on my recording software, I didn't have it muted, so it was echoing.
Oh, right.
I was like, man, the new music sounds terrible. And I was like, am I crazy, or is the voice sound kind of warbly?
You're being so hard on it.
But no, it seems pretty good. But the opening of the game doesn't have like a
Look
lot
at this
of
guy.
here for the show.
Look at this guy I'm fighting. He's amazing looking. I mean, but yeah. So how did you play very far into it?
Well, right now my system is in sleep mode. I'm just like in the little escape from Xanarkand sequence.
Right.
So I mean, you gotta play like probably 15-20 minutes before you get to anything interesting, and I'm gonna have to do the same thing in the PS3 and PS2 versions. I mean, I've got 2 in-game saves on the PS2 version, but to get anything that can be shown alongside the HD versions, I'm gonna have to play a little bit of all of them.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Now, so sort of where I'm at on the PS2 episode, I kind of worked all the way through it. Like the first 15-ish minutes of the video, I have most of like the gameplay footage that I need. But then after that point, I kind of stopped doing direct capture stuff and only did video shots, video B-roll that I needed.
Right.
So I went through the video, got all the way to the end, and it's looking pretty full in most areas. Obviously, I'm going to have to do quite a bit of gameplay capture, and you are too.
Yeah.
But,
I mean,
but
starting tomorrow, really.
yeah. I mean, we kind of need to do it like.
You were saying that you were
can,
suddenly you're feeling a little bit more confident about the state of things.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely feeling better. But it's still going to be quite a bit of work. I mean, just because it's going to take, when you put in the games, sometimes you have to play a bit before you get to anything worth showing,
Yeah. I mean, that was even a problem
just
with...
like, I captured some stuff from Kingdom Hearts, and you can't even skip the opening FMV. Obviously same with Final Fantasy X. So, PS2 games are not convenient for gathering materials from. That's for sure. But anyway, so I'm going to play a little more Final Fantasy X after the stream and get to something interesting. But anyway, what I was trying to say was I sort of worked all the way to the end, got all of the camera shots in. Now, I'm sure I'll probably come up with something else that I may have overlooked, but for the most part, it's basically all gameplay and maybe some graphics and stuff from this point. I've probably done most of the graphics. But
what's the runtime at right now? So you said you got it like a little bit.
Yeah, it's like an hour 28 seconds now. So if there's like 30 seconds worth of stuff that I just decide I don't feel like doing, then it could very well possibly
things get changed. I mean, there were certain things like even in this thing I just did where I was like, oh, like I don't really have anything to show right here. I wonder what I can do to just like make it more.
Right. Well, like for example, I had this section on lag for the PS3 section, and I decided that the visuals that I was trying to use to demonstrate that just were not working very well. And it was kind of like, I'm going into too much detail on this anyway. So I reworded it and cut like 20 seconds out just with, by revoicing it in a much more concise sort of way. So, I mean, stuff like that just helps optimize the script over time.
Right. There we go.
I feel like I've got a lot of RPG material. Like I'm kind of going back to like RPGs to capture a lot of footage. I mean, a lot of games that I've got saves in already. So it'll be good to get some more action games, I think, from your materials. I mean, I've got quite a few action games on PS2, but during its day, it was, at least half an RPG machine for me.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's more of an action. Oh, he's back.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Sorry, I'm just focusing on trying to kill this guy, so I have to do it again.
I don't think it's the same guy.
It looks like him.
He's got the long, crazy hair, but I don't think it's the same guy.
I just cut him in half, so it's...
He's not coming back.
He's not coming back from that.
He got Darth Mauled.
Yep.
That's what me and my friends always used to say. Like, if you really need to stop fans from speculating if this character's going to come back, you gotta cut him in half.
There he is. You hear me? He's like, "Aya, aya." He's gonna say it again. He's like, "Aya, aya."
Oh, I love that camera move through the hallway.
Right.
This is like watching a ninja movie.
Yeah.
Like, this is great. I'm going to look up
How much the Japanese version is?
how much the Japanese version is. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is it called the same thing in Japan?
No, it's called Shin Shinobi Den.
Shin Shinobi Den.
Den.
Shin? Oh, it's not cheap. It's like $40.
I mean, I can't imagine it being that much difference besides like subtitles.
Yeah. Is it in Japanese?
Yeah,
Like, is the voice in Japanese?
Yes. Look at that. He's got those eyes though, man. He's like very intense. The thing is like, what like kind of ninja would wear these colors, white and red?
Yeah, you know, here's the thing. I feel like I'm probably not going to be able to avoid buying another Saturn game at some point in my life, but if I add another Saturn game,
Look at this. I'm fighting. Like, you see that? Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Looks awesome.
Oh wow, it's a Diplodocus.
Oh. You know, you're really good with your dinosaurs.
Oh, Diplodocus. Well, my favorite stuffed animal when I was a little kid was a Diplodocus. So.
Oh, okay. But you can't avoid buying another Saturn game. So what?
Well, I don't think I'll be able to avoid buying another American Saturn game for my whole life. But I don't really have room on my shelf for another long box without it seriously screwing up my order.
You have them all on their side right now, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like that.
You're gonna have to put it somewhere. You have to find another, like, a different shelf or something like that to put them on.
Yeah, I mean, it could work. It could work. But I mean, I'm not overly concerned about the story in this game, so.
Yeah, I mean.
I wonder if there's any differences in the Japanese version. Like, what if it's easier? What if it has more continues?
I don't know. Oh, look at this. You can do like a link kind of downward slash.
Have you always had that?
Yeah. They must have done that instead of the. Look at that. It like makes them bounce too. Can use that on a Diplodocus. But maybe it is like a Ninja Gaiden situation.
Regional differences. Soundtrack completely redone by Richard Jacques for the European version.
Who is that? Like, is that the? Where do I know his name? That name from?
Is that someone?
It's someone, I think. Everyone's gonna be like, you don't know him? I know his name. It sounds familiar.
A British composer. Most known for his various contributions to the Sonic the Hedgehog game series.
Okay.
So he's done, a ton of Sega stuff. Still doing a ton of Sega stuff. I mean, it kind of looks like he might be the main Sonic composer right now.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then.
Or at least a very frequent returning composer.
But is that the only regional difference?
That's all that's coming up on this Cutting Room Floor website.
Whoa.
What's Shinobi X?
It's the same thing. That's just the British version of this, I think.
Oh, okay.
I always forget
HAL
that,
version differences. Jacques composed the soundtrack in imitation of the style of Yuzo Koshiro's Revenge of Shinobi.
Really? Look at this. I'm cheesing them. It's like I just. Oh, he got me. He changed it up.
On release, Famicom Tsushin scored the game a 26 out of 40. Although Shinobi Legions boasted improved graphics and superior sound, it was unfavorably received because of the limited use of the then new hardware capabilities, and its use of live action cutscenes was much ridiculed. Well, harumph to the people of
Right.
95 or 96 or whatever year this was. Y'all didn't know what you was missing.
Can you look up how to do the downward slash? Because I can't reliably do it every time.
Let's see.
I got him. He exploded in the blood in purple flame. Purple flames. People are claiming they saw green flames. Green flames.
There is no fact for this game.
That seems to be a recurring situation. There he is. Oh yeah, look. He's like, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's the only thing he says. Whoa. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Right into the cardboard boxes. Oh, music's awesome here.
Check that out.
It's got music's awesome right here too. This is Potbelly Punch in the chat. It's like, holy crap! I love this game. Yes. Look at it's like guys and they have like these suits and they have gas masks. Oh.
I mean, this game looks great. I want it.
I mean, they're really making use of those cardboard boxes. This is great. Like why? I just screw actually having a game. I just watch the whole game be like acted out like this. My favorite Shinobi game is Revenge of Shinobi. With Shinobi 3 and the original Shinobi probably tied for second. I probably like Shinobi 3 more than I like the original Shinobi. Now that I think about it. So we don't know how many levels there are either.
No, I mean, we're going in blind on this. I can't believe there's no fact for this game.
Whoops. So only the European version had the different soundtrack then. So this must have the
supposedly this has the Japanese soundtrack. I wonder why it was recomposed.
Well, because the music is definitely not like Yuzo Koshiro, so maybe they felt like it'll lose its appeal to a lot of people. Like maybe they felt like it wasn't that amazing. So that was like kind of a way to. Whoa, this guy's crazy. He's blowing fire.
I mean, maybe the music was rated poorly, and they thought they could get better reviews in Europe if they had a new soundtrack.
Yeah. I mean, I could see why they did it that way, but
The guy's outfit's kind of giving me Sub-Zero vibes.
yeah, a little bit. The music on this level is pretty good. Camp Glass. So I'm guessing that there's probably like 8 levels. I mean, that's pretty standard. Like the wall jump looks like he's like he's just like so weird in his. Kind of.
Lucas in the chat says he hates digitized photos for sprites.
Yeah.
I say you don't know what you missed.
I mean, I definitely enjoy it. They have like a definite appeal for me.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely like a nostalgic thing for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's silly, but I think it's cool.
Look at this. Oh, I thought I was gonna cheese him.
I mean, it's not like my favorite thing, but, you know, taken in small doses, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
You know, it definitely, you know, it reminds me of a specific time. I mean, I don't know if I think it's perfectly fine if they, you know, tried it for this game. I think
the level backgrounds are kind of hit and miss in this game, but
yeah.
But I think that the digitized actors are actually pretty well done. The movie scenes are great.
Yeah, I wonder what the blue orbs do.
Can you use any magic? Can you consume them some way? Maybe you get an extra Shinobi if you collect 10 or something.
Maybe an extra Shinobi, an extra ninja, as the game player game tapes would say. So I was kind of telling you about how, you know, like I was kind of got through a rut with this new video. Like I've been feeling kind of, you know, just having a really hard time lately, just like editing and all this stuff. But it was that scene where I do that really quick deconstruction, like pulling the cables out, you know, or it's like I do it, like it's cut real. What the heck? There's one little quick scene where I pull out all the cables. And I pull the CD
like the CD drive.
Yeah, and that was like the little section that kind of got me over. I was like, oh, you know, it's like a little flourish, having fun with it. So I'm feeling like a bit more inspired now, and so we'll see if we're kind of talking about our schedule for the next year. This is the section of the stream where we apologize for having such like a long gap in between videos.
Yeah, well, we want to we kind of want to sort out our kind of go into, I think, 2018 with a bit more of a vision and idea for how we're going to approach things and how we're going to not have such bad gaps between releases. I think I was intimidated by the PS2 episode for a really long time.
And that's something, you know, like when you feel that way about an episode and you know it's gonna just like be such a long, take such a long time, you always procrastinate on starting it. Like I'm the same way.
I had a hard time, getting my focus in gear for the PS2 episode, but I got there, and I've been pretty focused. So
Yeah.
focused that in fact I have very rarely thought about the fact that Mario Odyssey came out and I haven't had time to play it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is rough, but hey, I'm just avoiding the internet. I don't want to read anything about it. I don't want to hear any discussion. I'm just, it's probably, and I'm reluctant to make promises, but it's probably going to release the week after the marathon at some point during that week is my feeling.
Mm-hmm. Unless something amazing happens. Sorry, I'm just having a starburst. My wife got Halloween candy in preparation,
Mm-hmm.
and it just so much of it is just it's just sitting there. Someone's got to eat it. Do you get a lot of trick-or-treaters at your place? You're kind of like a gated community type thing.
No, it's not a gated community.
Yeah, but it has that kind of feeling to it.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. No, I mean, I've never, since I've been an adult, I've never bought Halloween candy to
Really?
give out, and I don't leave my porch light on. So I've never I can't recall since moving to the house if I've ever actually had anyone ring the doorbell.
Really?
Nah, I don't know. It just seems I don't want to answer the door.
Unless it's somebody dropping off something, delivering something good for you.
Yeah. That's about the only time I answer the door.
I gotta utilize my block more, I think.
I don't really understand how the block in Revenge of Shinobi works. Like, you only have it, like, if you've got a certain upgrade, right?
In Revenge, it only happens like when you're walking forward too, when you have the power up.
Right. So that's kind of really frustrating that you can't stand still and block.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it keeps the game moving if you know how to use it well, but I don't know how to use it well. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to pick Revenge of Shinobi for one of my games to beat next week. Like,
it's a pretty challenging game, although I did pretty good at it.
I mean, if anything, I would be more likely to pick, in terms of games that are going to take that kind of effort to get through, if anything, I'd be more likely to pick Battletoads and Battle Maniacs, but I still don't think I'm going to do that, because I feel like I'm going to feel a lot of pressure to try to finish it, and it's probably going to mess with me.
Yeah.
And two, I don't think it's that fun of a game to watch, to be honest. The people on the backlogger got sick of watching me stream it.
Oh, really? And those are the people that stuck with you as you played through the original Battletoads. How long did that take you?
I don't remember. I did play some of that off stream though, like
just to practice,
to learn the game. Yeah. But I mean, that took a couple of weeks of pretty dedicated work, I would say.
Yeah.
I'm not too far from being able to do Battle Maniacs, but I don't know. That's just not the kind of game I think I'm going to be in the mood to spend time on a stream with.
Yeah.
Not at this point.
We'll see what happens. You know, like I guess like unlike you, like I'm not above like if I want to beat a game, I'm not above like putting on easy.
Well, I don't think there's any options like that on Battle Maniacs anyway.
But I mean, this has an option for easy. I'm not above it.
I try very hard to not do it.
Right. I mean, I do too, but
I mean, I
sometimes
used to, like years and years ago, I used to play certain games on easy, but I don't give into that very much anymore.
yeah. I mean, I guess if
I like to play on normal. I'm a normal guy.
Yeah, I mean, like I understand that. You know, like usually, like if I'm really like anticipating a game, I will. Whoa! Look what I got. Something's happening. But I mean, like if I just sometimes I just don't have the time nor the inclination to to do normal. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not embarrassed about it.
Well, the one that really disappointed me was, the first time I played through Beautiful Joe, I played through it on kids mode because this is a really freaking hard game. But then I assumed Beautiful Joe 2 was going to be just as hard, and it was a piece of cake. And I still have not gone back and replayed Beautiful Joe 2 on normal. I need to do that someday.
I still haven't finished the second one. The second one is not nearly as good, is it?
I mean, I thought it was fine, but I mean, at the time, I didn't know that the guy who directed the first one was like some big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know if at the time if he really was considered a big deal yet. So I don't remember thinking it was. The DS Beautiful Joe game is kind of weird because it's like got very good ideas, but
is that the Red Hot Rumble?
No, isn't that like a fighting game or something? And that's on like PS2 and PSP, I think. No, the DS one's called Double Trouble, I think.
Oh, okay.
And it's got these abilities that you use the touchscreen for, which one of them is actually pretty cool. Like you can kind of cut the frame in half, and you can like move like the top and bottom of the screen independent of each other, and so you can like get inside and outside of like different areas of the screen, for example, by like just kind of like moving, like cutting it and then moving it.
Hang on, I'm trying to figure this guy out. I know how to get him.
But I was definitely torn on that game. Like it was cool and impressive in some ways, but not so great in others.
Right.
But I remember thinking the second one was fine.
Oh, I gotta attack his attacks. No! Alright.
I wonder if you could beat that during the marathon.
Well, oh, Beautiful Joe 2?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be open to it.
I bet it wouldn't take that long.
You don't think
I
so?
don't know how hard it might be on adults mode, but on kids mode it was pretty easy.
Okay. Well, like I'm definitely not above it. So I used to be. I mean, I think that, like just the backloggery site in general like made me want to like focus on beating stuff in normal, but I think that it was right around the time I had my son where I was like, it's okay. It's okay if I want to cuz I don't get the time to really focus on it as much as I would like to sometimes, Especially when we're trying to finish a game, we're going to do a video or something on it. Man.
Well, that's something that we are going to try to do better in 2018 is just make more time available to us to do those sort of just fun game episodes that we want to do.
Yeah.
Like we always feel like, we've got all of these ideas for episodes that we really want to do and wouldn't even be that crazy to make, but we always feel like we have to drop it in lieu of some big crazy epic,
Yeah. And just doing this new episode is 13 minutes, and I felt like it was kind of nice.
And it didn't feel shortchanged or anything.
Right.
It wasn't too long. It wasn't too short. It was just right.
Right. Exactly.
Oh yeah, Commodore fan in the chat is pointing out that sometimes easy mode locks out.
Yes, and
levels and true endings and stuff like that.
Yes. If he wasn't making the platforms catch fire, and I got to go all the way back to the beginning, don't I? Yeah.
It's always one thing, whenever you're having a hard time on a boss fight. It's well, if they didn't do this one thing, it would be easy.
Yeah. If I don't make it very far, I'll play something else. If I run out of continues, I'll play something else.
I think you've gotten fairly far. Stage 4?
Yeah.
Not bad.
Does anybody in the chat know how many stages there are total?
I mean, I could probably figure it out by looking at a YouTube video. Let's see. If you search for Shinobi Legions, it brings up our live now as the first thing. We should just play popular games all the time, and people will always come to our streams. Let's see. Here's a long play that's about an hour long. Oh man, I'm not clicking out, but I'm how the little thumbnail that you see when you scrub through a YouTube video.
Yeah.
The ending looks pretty cool.
Does it?
Let's see. Stage clear. Looks like 9 stages. Is the last one just a boss fight though? Oh man, there's a cool. Oh. There's a shot of just your eye at some point close to the end. Looks pretty good. It's just an ultra close up of his eye. This whole section, stage 9? Oh man, there's all kinds of FMVs going into the last area.
You don't want to spoil it though.
I'm just trying to find where the level. Okay, stage 8 clear. Wow, a pretty good chunk of this video is the last level.
Oh, really?
There's also a ton of movie stuff toward the end, though. It looks like.
Well, should I try it on easy and see how far I can get? Just
it's totally up to you. I mean, it looks like it might take an hour to beat. I mean, you don't have to rewatch the cutscenes if they're ones we've already seen.
Right.
I mean, I assume you can skip them.
Let's see what happens.
It looks like there's a lot going on, though. It looks pretty good.
I'm gonna try easy. There's also a cheat for 99 lives that I saw, and a level.
Oh, did you totally game over, or
I just reset it. I'm just doing it.
Let's see how different it is.
I mean, that's just awesome. Look at him. It's like the superhero landing.
So, is there any reason other than like if you want to do something, if you want to play the music on the CD screen, or you want to load action replay codes or something? Is there any reason to do the what would you call it? What was it? Normal boot, full boot?
So people in the comments were telling me that the quick boot enables like a reset, like if you hold on, which I just did.
Mm-hmm.
If you hold on all three buttons, A, B, and C, and press start, it'll like reset the game.
Okay. So it basically just boots the Saturn in a different mode.
Yeah, I mean it's just quicker, too. I mean in terms of that. This seems like the kind of game that would lock something out if I'm playing on easy. But I don't care.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
I don't know. It doesn't
I
feel like that kind of game to me. Let me see if I only looked on GameFAQs. Let me see if there's a. See if I can find something anywhere else.
I mean, I don't know what makes it easier. I feel like my health bar is a little bit longer.
Oh, there's a game called the Cyber Shinobi.
Yeah.
Master System exclusive.
Yeah. And I just got the Game Gear one. The GG Shinobi.
I was someone at work who the guy at work who kind of keeps the drone. I had to do some drone shots, and when I was at his office, I showed him the shot that GameSack did with the Game Gear.
Oh, they have a lot of drone shots in the new episode too.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
It's pretty good.
But I showed him how over the top it was. Huh?
And the ending skit. It's pretty good.
But I showed him that video, and he was looking at some of the games that were popping up. He's like, "Oh, Shinobi."
Yep. GG Shinobi. I mean, I feel like Shinobi 3 is Shinobi 3 because the GG Shinobi is Super Shinobi 2. It's the part 2 of that series. But I don't know if that's for real or not. Here we are, I'm back in the woods. It does feel a little bit easier, but maybe it's just because I really know what I'm doing a bit more now. I just really want to play just to see more cutscenes. I want to watch more cutscenes with you in the chat. That's what we all want, really.
It's good stuff.
There's nothing on the orbs, though, is there?
Let me
Maybe
search.
if you get a certain amount, you get an extra life, maybe. Because I have 6 lives now.
Shinobi Legion's Blue Orbs. Here we go, on the Wikipedia page. Also found in each level are blue orbs called life spheres. Every time the player manages to collect 10 of them, show gains 1 continue.
Oh.
I wonder if that's a continue or a life. So I guessed right when I said 10 earlier.
Well, that's a reason to search them out.
So your name is Show.
Yeah, I gathered that from the cutscenes. Oh, hiya. I gotta use this block more. Look at this. I love that. It's spinning now.
What button does the block?
Y, like right above the B button.
Oh, okay. You know, I can't think of any Saturn games that I've played yet that make particularly extensive use of the XYZ buttons. Like in Panzer Dragoon,
like exclusives, I don't know. No, I mean fighting games
they control
do,
the camera zoom. But like you can just hit any one of them. Like I've never had to play a Saturn game where I had to remember like muscle memory where X, Y, and Z are. But I've not played a whole ton of Saturn games.
This guy just feels like you just got to go after him. Or maybe it's just because it's uneasy.
Maybe.
And you were saying this morning when you thought about, things that might be missing in this episode, you said, "Oh, well, what about like the flash memory problem?" So when you see the actual PCB, like it makes more sense to you, like how you can see how it doesn't.
I guess so. I mean, I still don't. I mean, the SD card itself is technically flash memory, and I don't know anything about how much power that runs on.
Right.
I don't know anything about that. I wouldn't be the right person to evaluate it.
Okay, you extra continue, you get an extra life for every 10. It looks like. So I'm like up to 8 lives now. Oh, there it is. It goes when I hit it.
It's also kind of like the Contra alien, like in the last level, the big long neck things.
Yeah, I could see that. I like the rocket launcher guys. I mean, you would expect the Diplodocus to be like the... Oh, it's in the background. I was like, is it... I thought it'd be like the boss of the level, but it's not. But do you see it in the background?
Yeah, sort of.
I mean, there's the dinosaur and...
Oh, I see it. I see it on the stream now.
It does feel a lot easier, for sure.
You're just kind of going for it, just attacking the enemies head on.
Well, I mean, I kind of understand. Like, I feel like more confident.
Yeah.
Than I did.
You've got 8 lives now.
Yeah. Look at him. When I hit him, his eyes turn red.
I think it's awesome.
I'll leave the beating this game on normal to you. And so when you finish with this episode, like you're definitely playing Mario. Are you gonna play E6 after Mario and then E8? Is that the?
I don't know. I might. I'd kind of like to. I mean, I really want to just put a bunch of time into Mario and just really soak that in.
Yeah.
I mean, Thanksgiving's going to be coming up fairly soon, so I need to be thinking about what I want to play over Thanksgiving. I think I want to play Samus Returns.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
And I might consider maybe. I don't know. Like, I kind of want to do some quicker things, but also kind of want to do like Fire Emblem Fates or something, maybe.
Yeah. So you probably want to play Heroes.
Warriors?
Or Warriors, yeah.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't play Warriors until I play Fates. I mean, I don't know if there would be much in the way of spoilers from it.
Probably not. But still, I mean, you want to be able to enjoy the characters, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. The special edition for Warriors is kind of neat. Like, instead of like an art book, it's got like this sleeve that's got like these like really thick stock character artwork cards and like a bunch of them.
Really?
Like they're individual like cards instead of a book. Yeah, I think it's kind of neat. Let me grab it. Of course, I don't even know who like a bunch of the characters are because they're from some of the more recent ones I haven't played. Like it's in this like, hang on, let me get my webcam.
So you haven't played Fates, and you've only played Awakening of like the new ones, right?
Right, I haven't played Echoes yet, which is the remake of 2.
Yeah.
But I have it. But anyway, yeah, it's like in this sort of slide thing, and then there's just like a bunch of these. Like instead of an art book, they're like these really thick cards, like large cards. Like I just think there's a bunch of them. I think it's pretty cool. It's like a lot cooler than an art book, I think. Which is what I kind of thought it was, to be honest.
Right.
I don't really. I mean, the main reason I got it is because it's got a 3-disc soundtrack, which is pretty uncommon for 3 discs soundtrack. For a special edition.
Right. I mean, that's probably a like a full soundtrack there.
Yeah, I think it's the full soundtrack. I don't know if it's full, but it is. I'm pretty sure the soundtrack for Warriors specifically. So, but I'm sure it has like it's mostly composed of remixes from other games, I would assume.
Right. I lost my first life.
Wow. But yeah, I don't know. Like, part of me is tempted to play some shorter stuff. But, like, I'm really torn on a lot of things. Because, obviously, I'm going to be getting the Xbox One X as well. Which, given the timing of when it comes out, I have a feeling I might not even open it right away. I might end up playing Mario Galaxy before I even open it.
Right.
But, because I kind of do want to, I want to play something on it soon.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe I should take the time to play Fallout 4 finally. Like, but I'm only going to do it if I feel like I've got the time to play it, because like that I don't want to shortchange that. Like it's been a long time since I really played a game like that.
Right.
And I want to give it its fair due time.
It's pretty good. I mean, I've spent a lot of time with it, but I haven't spent a ton of time with it. Let me tell you though, when I got it on Friday, it came in the mail. My daughter went to her grandparents for like 2 days, so it's just me and my son. And I was like, Monty, do you wanna play the new Mario game for the first time with me? And so it was like kind of like a cool experience. But he like sat there, and he like didn't even blink. He was just like staring at it. It was kind of a cool like moment, I guess, because like new like main entry Mario games are always like a special thing,
Yeah.
I mean,
like, and as much as it kills me to not partake in that when it's fresh and new, and that's why I'm avoiding the internet, because I don't don't want to hear what anyone thinks about. I don't want to get any spoilers. Like I want to experience it on my own fresh, and I want to experience it in the right mindset. And I feel like I'm not going to be able to get immersed in it the way that I want to with this, PS2 episode hanging over my head. So,
right.
That's the main reason that I'm just refusing to play it right now.
I just use Ninja Magic.
Yeah, that is absolutely 100% my top priority.
And then hopefully you play E8.
Well, I want to do E6 before 8.
Yeah.
Would you prefer me to record E6 for your use?
Yes. You don't need to record E8. I have plenty.
Yeah, I mean, the reason I was asking was I'm thinking, I could always take my PS2 to my parents' house for Thanksgiving and play E6, but I will play something different if you would rather me record E6.
Yeah, I want you to record it because that
would help.
Yeah. I'm planning a big Ease episode for people that don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you've talked about it before, I think.
Yeah.
By the way, just talking about recording PS2 games kind of reminded me, if anyone uses the Firebrand X FrameMeister profiles,
right.
You really need to go download the new ones because he did an outstanding job on his newest PS2 profiles. Because I kind of asked him about it a couple weeks ago. I can't remember exactly what it was I was asking about, but a lot of PS2 games just look way too dark. This was like right after I did that stream where I was playing a bunch of PS2 games, right. And like Soul Reaver 2 especially was just like way too dark. And so I asked him something about it, and he like kind of got right on like recalibrating those. And I had kind of done some tweaks myself that I think I got Maximo versus Army of Zen looking pretty good. But then I was trying some brighter games, and I felt like I was getting a little bit of clipping in the lighter areas. And I just couldn't quite get it balanced right. And he went in and made it so that like the dark games look perfect, the bright games look perfect. Like I don't know how it got balanced so perfectly, but it is a huge improvement because the old PS2 profiles were way too dark.
Yeah. I really kind of noticed it when I was doing the Sega Ages episode. I was like, I gotta lighten these because it was out of control, and these new ones look really good.
Yeah, Ryan Pliskin is asking what PS2. Oh, we got a video.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get back to your question, Ryan Pliskin. This is good stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Thought he was getting away.
I mean, these cutscenes are so fun, I think.
Yeah.
And honestly, the FMV's not even that bad.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, is he going to go over the edge? No. Oh.
Oh.
Electricity. Oh, yeah. Here he goes. He's going to say, oh, yeah. Oh. We get a time skip back home. Back to their village.
Wow, so the second half of the game is going to be like
Yeah.
different direction.
He's trying to steal the ultimate technique. He's like so intense. It's awesome. Or it's gonna be a training montage, maybe. Use the woman's pure mind power to control the man's inner strength. Limitless energy. Unlimited power. Oh, look at that. You can make a mountain disappear with his power. You could cleave a man's skull with this.
That's mostly what you're going to be doing with it.
Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. This is amazing, though. It looks like he has, like, his arm... Wow. That was a pretty gutsy dive, though.
I mean, you know, they put a lot of effort into this, you know? It's great.
They were excited when they were making it. They were like, we're making something really special. Oh, here he is. The underground caverns and sewers. Almost.
So Ryan Pliskin was asking which FrameMeister profiles do we use. You know, I primarily was using blurred profiles, and I really hadn't paid that much attention to the sharp ones. But I've kind of changed my tune. I really like the sharp ones now. Sort of my bias against the sharp ones was based on sort of some jagged edges I saw in a lot of artwork on PS2 games back before profiles were even a thing. And, you know, just using the basic FrameMeister settings. And now, though, I can see that when you get it, you know, the integer scale, it's actually very clean looking. It looks really good, I think. So I really like sharp now. There's actually, I would have to check. What we did, we kind of adapted Firebrand X's sharp profile with some scalar settings that John Linneman gave us, which we really have come to take a shine to, as a bit of a middle ground kind of between sharp and smooth. It's sharp vertically and mostly sharp horizontally, but it's just a little softer in the horizontal axis, and it looks really good, I think. I'm going to load my PS2 project right now, so I can, because I wrote it down on a graphic comparison in here somewhere. I forget exactly what the numbers were. I think it was 10 horizontal and 7 vertical. I'm almost positive that's what it was. Let's see.
I hate minecart levels.
I've always liked minecart levels.
I just miss the ninja magic up there.
They make me think of
Donkey Kong.
well, they make me think of that, but they also make me think of Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, John's settings are H-scaler 10 and V-scaler 7. But be sure, I would say, to load the new Firebrand X profile first, and then go into Visual Set, and then change H-scaler to 10 and V-scaler to 7 if you want to try that out. Because the color settings and the zoom settings, all of that is perfect on the Firebrand profile. And the sharp settings on his profile are great too, but there's something kind of about that middle ground horizontal scale that I'm really liking on John's. So there are some blurrier FrameMeister scaling in the episode. There's some sharper. It's probably going to be mostly sharper by the end, but there's just going to be a mixture. The blurred settings is probably more akin to what you would see on your HD TV. Like if you plugged it straight into it.
Right.
Is my TV my only PC monitor? No, because there's a monitor right here to the side, but it's not an important monitor. Well, it is an important monitor. I mean, I use it for, checking email and messaging people and transferring files and stuff. But I don't really care how it looks. I actually just ordered another monitor because this monitor, for several months now, it's been doing this, like making this really high-pitched sound. And it goes away after a while, but it's just really irritating. And so I didn't buy an expensive monitor because, like I say, this monitor is not important. As long as it doesn't make a high-pitched noise, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
So hopefully it'll be fine. Apparently, I did some research. Apparently, some monitors do this. Where's the stream window? Oh, there it is. Some monitors will do a high-pitched sound when you don't have the brightness up to a certain degree. Like I think it's the whatever function dims the bulbs, like is what causes the high-pitched sound.
Okay.
And I do have like the settings as dark as it'll go on this monitor. But I've had that for a while and it wasn't making that noise until recently.
I'm just like so afraid of like dying here because the level is kind of long, and I want to start it over again.
It feels like a level that might not have good checkpoints.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, I did it. Hopefully that's the end of the minecart. Is it boss time? Yep, sounds like it. If we'll ever do a room tour update, I don't know. I don't know if it'd be like an official episode if we did that.
I don't know. I mean, that'd be a lot of work to do another one.
Yeah.
I think you'll get a bit of a sense for how my setup has evolved in the 4K TV episode.
Yeah.
Which I had originally wanted to get done before Thanksgiving, but I mean, I just think that's pretty unrealistic at this point. We're going to need a little break after this PS2 episode, but it'll be out before Christmas, that for sure. And I don't think it's going to be that crazy, but I'll try to write the script at least before Thanksgiving, so I've got an idea of what kind of scope I'm up against.
Right.
But I think you'll get a sense for that, because it's going to be a bit about switchers and splitters and that kind of stuff.
This is surprising. I don't know if this is like the boss of the level. It's just like a little rush of enemies. Just doesn't seem overly that hard.
Are we excited for the Super NT? You know, the day that was announced was the day that I had that big PVM adventure. And unfortunately, I haven't. I never quite got fully caught up on the specifics, but I am definitely excited.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll get a chance to take a look at one. I mean, I feel like
I'd be all about doing an episode on one for sure.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't announce it directly, but I'm sure the exact same jailbroken firmware is going to happen again.
Yeah.
Which makes you wonder what might be possible on that hardware.
Yeah.
I don't think Game Boy Advance would be possible because that's 32-bit, but Genesis, TurboGrafx, of course, TurboGrafx and potentially Genesis. Kevtris thinks, or at least last I heard, he thought could be done on the NT Mini.
Blade Blur, you should watch like the stream archive from last week. He goes pretty in depth on the PVM.
Yeah, I spent a good chunk of last week's stream meandering through that story. Yeah, I got about 700 tapes, VHS tapes, but I also got, well, 2 are for Coury, but I came home with 4 PVMs total, 2 big ones, 1 small one, and a computer monitor that I still don't know if it really works. I tested it out a little and it didn't look promising, but I bought a cable to test out the B and C inputs on it.
Oh, have you
might work better.
You haven't tried it yet?
I got the cable, I just haven't tried it yet because I've been so focused on the PS2.
Yeah. I mean, you've been like every day, like
all day.
Yeah.
Except during the week, at times I've had things to do for work, but yeah, I've been pretty focused on it.
Well, I'm excited to see it after the stream.
See where I got to. Yeah, we've been kind of reviewing it after the streams on Sunday, so.
And I'll be, I will be around.
I mean, you're by the time this episode comes out, you're going to have seen pretty significant amounts of it, I think. Whereas with the Game Boy episode, you had basically seen nothing of it until it was out.
Well, I mean, you show me a lot of little things from it, but yeah, I didn't see very much until it was done, pretty much. There we go. Okay, so now I'm caught up. Let's see where we're going here. This is like a dumb section. It's so long too. So if you we'll have like a more information on our marathon, probably like in the next, probably like Tuesday, I'm guessing. I'll try to like get it together tomorrow as well as capturing footage for you. Like on the marathon. Like we just want to like put something out there because I was so focused on trying to get this done in between, like in the free time that I had. So. Now,
yeah, but I think you can take it easy this week, aside from planning for the marathon and
but I'm
getting footage.
I'm ready to I'm gonna get you footage, but I'm also like I'm not gonna wait a long time. Like I've already started kind of thinking about what I'm gonna do next. I have like a couple of different things I want to try next to do next, so we'll see what happens. We were talking about yesterday how we kind of got into this thing where like every episode was like so long that we'd say, oh, I don't even want to think about it.
Like we have to take a break after every episode.
Yeah, and then it like we kind of
then it's hard to get back into it.
yeah, get back into our groove.
So we need to have a situation where we're not just like burn out by every episode we do and need to take this break. We need to like have this more sort of sustainable approach where, you know, it's just we just keep producing episodes, but I mean, thankfully, you know, we always say this, like, you know, I'm like, okay, nothing is going to be as crazy as PS2. What could be? But something will come along to surprise me, probably. But,
yeah.
like, but we want to, like, kind of come up with a schedule where it's going to be like, you know, these are going to be the hard episodes, these are going to be the easy episodes.
We got another cutscene. There's somebody in the chat name show as well.
Oh.
maybe this game is based on his life. Oh, that one wasn't very exciting. Stage 6.
Well, there was no, like, conclusion to that.
He went after him. What?
But they didn't, like, run away or anything. It just faded out.
More importantly, how come he was, like, inside this place where they're watching, like, this facility, and now he's, like, here?
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess that's not what I'm supposed to do. I think I gotta hold up to grab onto the thing. You know what this makes me think of? Like the Amazon in Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so look at that animation.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm into that. Big snake.
Big snakes, and you cut off their head when you kill them. Okay, so I gotta hold up.
Don't you have to do that in some levels in Shinobi 3?
Hold up?
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, it's been a while since I played all the way through Shinobi 3. Oh, what is that? Whoa!
Did you get a new power?
I got shadows.
Shadows?
It's just that, you know, it's just rotating it. It's not animated or anything, it's just rotating it.
That's cool. Like, he does a little bit of an idle animation while he's on it, though.
This is actually a pretty cool level. It's kind of intense. It's a cool background too. It's just like a photograph. I don't know. I think this game's pretty awesome. I feel like that's like a recurring theme with this our stream. It's like we're always like, oh, this game, it's pretty awesome. Oh, you lose a shadow every time you get hit. So I wonder if that gives you like extra.
Is it just like extra hits?
It might be.
Free hits?
The vines like make me nervous though. Oh, I gotta go vine to vine, of course.
Oof.
I know. I hate it, and then you gotta like make a leap of faith. What? Come on! Whoa! Oh, come on! That was super lucky.
I can't believe you could do that.
I know. I survived that.
Like the point of death must be like really far below the screen.
Yeah.
That was intense.
I'm gonna die here. Oh, I just got my health back too. I was so close to dying there. I cannot believe that happened. If YouTube had highlights like Twitch, that would have been a highlight. I'm back up to 10 lives.
That's amazing. So was that level that you died on last time? Like you on normal you didn't beat that like wizard boss on like the 3 moving platforms, right? Is that
Right. That was the
what,
furthest I made it.
But do you think that was like the hardest level so far?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know how hard these would be.
Right.
On normal.
Well, you died a few times on that level, even on easy.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna die in this guy though. I mean, it's a pretty good vista for like a battle, though, I have to say.
The scale of that guy compared to you is way off. like he is a lot larger than you. Like you look like a little kid next to him.
Yeah, it's
like when he's crouched down, like you're as tall as he is when he's crouched.
Yeah. I gotta use my shurikens more often. Ah! I saw it coming. Come on. He is like so much bigger than me. And there's nothing about him that like it's just like a badly done kind of.
I mean, maybe some of the other bosses were that way, but like this guy's just so normal looking that
Yeah.
I noticed, you know?
Right.
Like the big hair guys are probably like that too, but. Well, there, you know, I just noticed how much parallax there is in the sky.
Oh yeah, there's quite a bit. Come on. There he goes. Oh, he's exploding. Look at, jeez.
Wow. That was something.
All right, so this is at stage 6, so we're getting there. We could
3 more.
I might be able to do it. Uneasy. Whatever. I mean, who else is it going to be? I mean, it is like BMX gear. That's what his armor is. With some spikes on it.
If you use it wrongly, you'll destroy everything.
I wonder if these people ever went on to do anything else. Uh-oh. Where's the adventure going to take us next, I wonder? I don't know if we can top that last level. I see there's some talk of Ryzen in the Risen or whatever. I don't even know if it's...
Yeah.
You just got yours.
I could just get mine. Let me show you how stupid the box is. Right here. This is how stupid the box is. I mean, not only is there like an eyeball here, but like, I mean, the thing is just like gigantic. It's just like so stupidly big. It's really over the top. There's like this knob on the back that says unlock the power, and I have to turn it counterclockwise.
Really? You have to like...
Yeah. Oh, people seem impressed I got a Threadripper. Unfortunately, I'm working on this this episode right now. So honestly, the reason I bought this now was because I was looking on like I know I know it's not the basic Ryzen. I mean, this is the high-end Ryzen.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that...
It's pretty over the top, but, you know, like, I'm working on, like, on a computer mostly with 5-year-old parts, and that computer was built to be a mid-range gaming PC. Like, this was before... Like, at the time, I was mostly editing video at work.
In standard def, probably, even.
You know, it was HD at that time, but... I was mostly editing at work, and so I was like, well, I don't need like video, but so yeah, my old 5-year-old i5, like I've been editing 4K camera footage on it for almost 2 years.
This is like so paranoid.
Ace is saying, be careful with Threadripper motherboards, as there are some incredibly bad sockets manufactured by Foxconn. How am I going to distinguish that? The only reason I bought it now, like, I'm going to put it together pretty much
so
right
stupid.
after I finish the episode. Maybe have a few days with Mario Odyssey. But I have not bought a motherboard yet, so I'm definitely open to suggestions. But I once I actually ordered it, I was like kind of like, ooh, like maybe I shouldn't have ordered it like, you know, probably a couple of weeks before I'm actually going to put it together, because then if there's a problem, like that gives me less time to make an exchange. But it was like $120 off on Amazon. And I wasn't sure if that was a temporary deal or not. And I was like, oh, maybe I should just buy it while it's $120 off.
Right. Come on. It's like you have to nail that double jump every time. And sometimes like the boats don't even appear until you're like are about to land.
Look for motherboards with lot sockets. Well, I don't know. I'll copy what y'all are saying, and I'll look it up. Because I don't want to make a bad motherboard choice for sure.
See, the window for the double jump is so small. I feel like this would be a very difficult game. Come on.
So the sockets actually say Foxconn on them? As for the graphics card, I mean, I'm probably just going to get a 1080. Like I mean,
a TI, right?
Yeah, because that's got like 11 gigs of RAM. Which John Linneman was telling me he was having some 4K export problems until he got like a graphics card with more RAM.
This is ridiculous. It's just stupid platforming. I mean, it's just like leaps of faith pretty much every time.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, I definitely got this because, I mean, you know, Premiere will, if you've got the threads, Premiere is going to use them. Or got the cores. So, like, we thankfully made a good bit of money from the Blu-rays, and I decided that's. I'm just going to reinvest that straight back into the show and make a good computer with it.
Yep. I would have done the same, but I had to pay for kindergarten.
Does anyone have any? You know, I'm not going to cheap out on my case this time. I've always cheaped out on cases.
Look at this car. Look at that car. It's just sitting there.
Kind of a dumb looking car.
Yeah.
I really would like to kind of make a relatively silent computer, which might be difficult to do with the graphics, the capture card that I bought as well, which I understand has a really noisy fan, but it works well with the OSSC, so I felt like I didn't have much choice. But I might be able to replace the fan with an aftermarket thing. I've never done that on like a graphics card or a capture card, like only on CPUs. But I can probably get something that would fit. But anyway, no, I got a Magewell 4K 60 capture card, which apparently plays well with most weird things the OSSC can throw at it. But anyway, I was looking at, does anyone have any opinions on stuff like the deep silence cases or anything like that? Seeing someone is saying something about Be Quiet case. I've heard about those. But I'm a little worried about airflow because, I mean, obviously I'm going to be using some pretty intense parts in the computer. Is airflow from a case like that kind of a serious concern? I actually kind of thought about like open air cases, but some of those are like absolutely gigantic. Like you can mount some of them on the wall, which would be kind of cool, but I don't have much wall space for that. And honestly, I don't really have much space to put my computer on the floor either, so...
Is this guy the guy from the cutscene, you think?
Oh, maybe. By the way, speaking of power supplies, I see Ace saying I want around 1,000 watt power supply. I just built a computer.
Watch how he breaks the boulder over his head before he starts. It's kind of awesome. Sorry.
I just built a computer for someone at work. They needed another video editing computer for the sports department, and I put a Ryzen in it, mostly because I mean, it was more of a mid-range, but mostly because I was thinking about getting one myself, and I'm like, okay, well, I want to install one before I do one my own. But anyway, I've heard in recent years like Seasonic is one of the best power supply manufacturers, and well, I mean, obviously, bad computer parts happen, but had a bad Seasonic power supply. I ended up replacing it with it was either a Rosewell or an EVGA, I forget. Yes, there will definitely be an RGB episode on the Wii, probably next year. I've considered doing it before you can't buy stuff, or before you can't add points to the Wii shop anymore. But we'll see if I get to it that soon. Oh, EVGA is Seasonic, huh?
Oh, interesting. Like the graphics card people?
Yeah,
well, I always think
they make like power supplies too.
GPU. Yeah.
I can't remember if it was a EVGA or a Rosewell. Well, I've had Rosewells and
how did it get to this?
I've had Rosewells and work computers, and they've worked well. But the Seasonic, it was.
Look at now they're using this technology to allow you to inner strength to intake the Earth's energy. Somehow it just got to this. The ultimate technique is beyond human capabilities. He's so confident about it. Oh, Smoke Monster's in the chat. I didn't realize that he had a pack for the Saturn for the Phoebe. I would have put that in the video if I had known. Sorry about that. There we go, stage 8. Do you know if stage 9 was just the boss battle?
I don't think it was, but it was hard to tell because I was just looking at the scrubbing thumbnails. But anyway, yeah, I don't feel inclined to get a Seasonic after that experience, but luckily, a bad power supply is easy to replace, but I don't want to have to deal with that. Now, one computer I had in the past died because of a bad power supply. I just put too much stress on it from repeated shutdowns.
Really?
Yeah, that was probably like 10 years ago.
What do you mean it's repeated shutdown? It's just turning it...
It just kept shutting down, the computer.
Like, you were turning it off?
No, like it was shutting down on its own.
Oh. Oh, what's going on? What's next? What's gonna happen now? What, am I getting attacked by birds?
Oh no, it's turned into Ninja Gaiden 1.
I know, well, the Amazon level.
Yeah, this level kind of looks like the first level in Conquest of the Crystal Palace.
Whoa. Good thing when you kill the birds, like a ton of blood flies out of them.
But yeah, I was also thinking about like some of those.
Look at this guy.
Those open air.
Are you seeing this guy? He's attacking me. Look at him. His outfit.
Yeah, he's something.
He's a madman.
But yeah, I'm just not sure what I'm going to do about the cases. I'm just not sure right now.
Oh, there's some talk about the 3DO in the chat. I guess we should. I didn't mention it. That like I got a 3DO the other day.
Oh yeah, you didn't buy any games though, did you?
Well, it came with Gex, and I bought Total Eclipse for $3.
What's Total Eclipse?
It's a rail shooter.
Okay.
It's not very good, but I mean at the time
you tested it out. Works fine.
Yeah. I mean, I had to rewire a bunch of stuff so I could get S-Video working. I told you about this, and like I wanted to. The S-Video is like natively the best it can do, and I wanted to hook it up. But how do I hook it up? Because I don't have any other S-Video stuff going on in my setup. But I like out of nowhere I got a S-Video to 2 BNC cable from Goodwill that was like brand new, like 6.
And that's like such a random thing to find at Goodwill, because I mean that would only be used in a professional environment.
Right. So yeah, I mean I bought that, and this is crazy, these birds. Yeah, the games I want to get, I definitely want to get Road Rash. I mean I have the PS1 version of it, but I guess the 3DO version is better. Like it runs at a better frame rate. And I really want to get Madden, which might seem like a weird thing for me to get, but I mean, that version of Madden, it plays like the 16-bit games, but has like the look of 32-bit. It's pretty cool. Except for like none of the players have numbers on the back of their jerseys. It's interesting. But like I had a lot of fun with that, like as a kid. And it's not.
Are there any?
Is there any what?
Are there any Japanese games on 3DO?
Yeah. I mean, I think that the one that, like, the most expensive game on the system is this game called Lucian's Quest, which is like really, really expensive. It's like hundreds of dollars.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure that it's a Japanese game. It might even be an RPG. I'm just like, but
maybe next time you stream not on a marathon, you should play some 3DO.
All right. Whoa! Just tumbled right off. I don't know if the if my unit can do 240p yet. I haven't looked into it yet. I guess it's like based on, you know, like it's not guaranteed. I got an FZ10, which is the one that can do it, but I guess other ones can do it too. I got what I felt was a pretty decent deal on it.
So if you can do it, you can. If you can't,
yeah,
you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's cool that it's, you know, it's. So I was thinking about like what systems am I like missing in my setup, and I was thinking like I guess at this point, I thought it was like, oh, only Super Graphics is like all I am missing now, but you know, I'm missing a Jaguar too. So Jaguar and Super Graphics are like the last two systems that I feel like I need to have.
Like right now.
Jeez, this is like.
Right now, Game Gear is like the only.
1 year.
The only thing that I need in terms of retro stuff. Like definitely getting a Game Gear. I bet I'll get a Game Gear next year. A consoleized Game Gear.
This guy looks like I thought it was Ed 209 for a second there. It's like this stupid looking robot. Oh, I gotta use continue for the first time. I got 7 continues though.
Wow. Oh, you're gonna do that whole level again.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rough.
It is, but you know, let's just see what happens. I know it's like almost 11 o'clock now, but I didn't realize I was out of lives.
Well, I think you got a little careless on that level. You might, I mean, it's tough to say whether you're going to be better off taking it more carefully or just kind of rushing through, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, but you start with 6 lives.
Right.
That's definitely different from normal mode, right?
Right. You start with 4 on normal.
Hi.
That was my phone. For some reason, it must have thought I said, "Hey Siri." And then there it goes. It just did it again.
Sorry, Coury. There's nothing to repeat.
Did you hear that? What did it say? Like my daughter activated it sometime, and she says, "I can't do it," and Siri says something like, "No, I guess you can't." It was something really like I laughed about it, but I forgot what it was. But it was something like, "No, I guess you can't."
That's not very encouraging of Siri.
Yeah. But what else do I want to get for the 3DO? There's not like a ton else. I mean, I want to get Alone in the Dark. I want to get, which is something you should check out. I mean, it's very much a precursor to Resident Evil in the way that it plays, tank controls and everything. Ugh. I think that you like the threshold for death is so far below the screen. Like I definitely
did it's weird.
I feel like I'm doing pretty good though. Maybe I can beat this game during the marathon on easy. I can add it to the list.
If there's a bad game by Naughty Dog, it's Way of the Warrior on 3DO.
It does
Didn't
have.
know about that.
It does have. Yeah, it's their first game. They like made it like in their apartment or something like that.
Huh.
But you know, it was like very Mortal Kombat style and a very heavy use of White Zombie's Thunder Kiss 65. I remember we were so excited for that game. We were like, it ended up being really, really terrible. Ugh, what am I doing? I'm like losing my concentration. It's all right though.
Is this level 8?
Yes.
This doesn't feel like a second to last level.
No. Can you see how long? Come on. I'm like gonna have to use another continue here if I don't.
I mean, the last level was like
Most of the video.
it was like a quarter of the video, but it was also a lot of cutscenes.
I'm blowing it here. It's like doing so
You're
good.
making a lot of blind jumps that you probably shouldn't be risking. Like, if you might want to be like on lower platforms so you can actually see where you're going.
Yeah. Yeah.
How much did you pay for the 3DO?
I paid $125 for it. It came with the box is in fantastic condition. I mean, even though you're getting the box, I don't have space for the console boxes here, so.
I'm going to run out of space eventually. That wall is stacking up.
Well, I got a bunch of stuff for you.
But yeah, I can't think of like really anything beyond Game Gear that I feel like I really need to get that I don't have. Like, can you think of anything?
At this point, not really.
Like, I mean, Neo Geo is definitely not for me. Just because I'm not a huge arcade guy.
Let's see how much damage this does to him. Come on, kill him. That's it?
Is there a good physical version of Shock Troopers to get?
I mean, there's a
Other than Neo Geo, obviously. I mean, I kind of want to get the Switch version regardless, but I would like a physical copy of it.
Come on. Ugh, almost. Yeah, there we go. Look at oh. Here we go, last level.
All right.
Yeah, there is the SNK Classics Volume 1 on the Wii. Is that what I was talking? What you thought I was talking
and
about?
PS2, I guess. Is it 240p on any of those versions, though?
No. Oh, something serious is happening.
This must be it.
Ah, yeah.
I love how that was probably just a wall in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
They'd make it out to be this castle that they never
I
show.
feel the power surging inside me. I can feel it. Oh. Shut up. There's the eyes right there. Is that the close-up of the eyes?
Maybe. Oh no, I don't think that was the one. There's like a close-up of one eye. Did that subtitle say "No one gives me odors now"?
Maybe it did. That'd be amazing if it.
I think it said no one gives me odors now.
It does say it's people are. Someone in the chat saying it too. I saw the dark one in the chat was asking why we don't like emulation. We have no issues with it. We just don't.
It's just not what we're interested in.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, something I always like to say is like, you know, whichever method gives you the experience with a game that you were looking for, then that's what you should use. You know.
Right.
You know, it's just not something that really works for me. I mean, you know, if I have an opportunity to play a game emulated and, you know, that's just how it is, then it's like, whatever, sure, I can deal with this. But, so what's with this thing? Can you get by it?
Maybe I gotta hit it. I don't know.
Can you throw a shuriken at it?
Maybe I gotta run. I might have to run. But I'm gonna use the continue. I'd hate to give up now.
But, you know, I was really annoyed with the reaction to the emulation section on the Saturn video, because apparently we missed like the one hugely obvious emulator to use, and no one told us about it ahead of time. We just had no idea. Like we thought we did our research and we missed that. So, you know, I was just really annoyed with that. So in the PS2 episode, we're like, look, we're not tuned into the emulation scene and don't want to pretend that we are, but, you know, people have done some really interesting stuff. And, you know, so we don't try to go into too much detail. It's just an overview. I mean, you know, the emulation stuff that we could cover could never be what like a real emulation expert could say about it, you know? So it's just not our thing, and we shouldn't try to pretend that it is. And I don't think we do pretend that it is. And it's always, you know, kind of an afterthought, not because, you know, we have anything against it. It's just, you know, it's not the main subject. The main subject is always going to be, what can you do with original hardware?
How do I do it?
Or mods with original hardware, or through official emulation solutions. Like that's just what interests me. I think you're just jumping too early.
You think?
Yeah, because you're hitting your head on the ceiling before you can get through the gap.
Then that happens. If I touch it.
Well, you sort of hesitated before you jumped. I think you could have got through.
Well, it seems like ridiculously obnoxious to have it this
Yeah,
way.
this does seem way too hard. You can't crouch under it? There's not a slide, is there?
I don't think so. It'd be cool if there was.
Someone saying something about immediately somersault.
Yeah, but it's... You have to be at the top of your jump, though, to do it. It is pretty satisfying to, like... It's... Yeah, like, the window to do it is so small. Now I'm going to do it when I have no lives left. Watch. I wish there was like a dash button. Here we go. It like pushes you. All right, well, I still got 5 continues left. It's when he comes back to life like that, when you continue, it sounds like he says Sega, Sega. Here we go.
You got this.
No, I can't.
Oh!
I don't understand. Like,
Can you like jump up and then hug the left wall once you're in the gap to like jump off of it? Like do a wall kick off the left wall instead of going for the right wall?
I just think if I can get in the air, like if I can stay in the air long enough. There we go.
Aha, that was it.
All right. So that was it. You're right. Till that happens.
Do you think you had a checkpoint?
I hope so. It looks like I did, yeah. No, I didn't.
Oh well, yeah, I think you've got that gap now. You got it figured out.
Yeah. Maybe. My heat's on. So that is how you do it, man. It's so close that it's like really nerve-wracking.
Wait, this level would definitely be a roadblock to someone who was playing on easy, you know, normally.
Yeah. Man, it's nerve-wracking. It is pretty satisfying to hit their knives back at them, though.
That's new to this game, right?
Yeah.
That jump icon.
Oh, I thought I was dead for sure there. I definitely feel like the game kind of gets a little worse as time goes on. Like it's gotten a little worse. Maybe there's something hidden up here. Oh. I feel like the ending of this game is going to be pretty good, though.
Yeah.
It's certainly gonna be better than Karnoff is.
Yes. Oh gosh. What? How are you supposed to get back down there? What the heck?
Maybe I don't. Please let me have a checkpoint. Thank you. Whoops.
Oh.
Oh, I thought I could come back from that for a second.
Oh, it looked like you were.
You can like move the screen. I mean, maybe I need to... Maybe I need to go up further. Maybe I didn't go up to the top. We're both being like so quiet because we're concentrating. So is it going to be your main goal to like get over or get under like 100 unbeaten? So you think that'll even be hard to do?
On the stream?
Yeah.
It won't be hard to get under, but what will be hard. Oh, you can get on.
I
Weird.
know what it is. I bet you that jump, like that button makes it stop.
What button makes it stop?
Jumping on the jump. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
That won't be hard to do because I'm only 2 over right now.
Oh, okay.
But what will be hard is to get in a position where I won't go back over 100 when I get the Xbox One X.
Right.
Because I already have 4 Xbox One games.
It's too bad we couldn't play like Gears of War remastered together. That'd be kind of fun. Good game.
You know, did you hear that with the original Xbox backwards compatibility that you can play those like if you use the system link function, which I don't know anything about on the original Xbox, you can play someone on an original Xbox. Like one person can be on original Xbox and one person can be on Xbox One.
That's pretty cool. Is that going to be a continue? Yeah.
I don't know how the system link thing works. Is it like the Ethernet or something?
I think so. I don't know if it's a specific. Probably. Can't remember. Like I've never seen it in action before. I got to do it again. I got it figured out though.
Also, apparently, some Xbox 360 backwards compatible games, I think there's a list of maybe 4 games right now, are going to get Xbox One X enhancement. So I think like Fallout 3, the Xbox 360 version is going to be 4K in a Xbox One X.
Speaking of like original Xbox games that are backwards compatible, the St. Vincent's right down the street from me has a copy of Knights of the Old Republic. Is that something you'd be interested in?
I am interested in that. I've kept putting it off though. I mean, is it good condition? Is it?
I can go like this week and check it out. They've had it for a while.
Is it a good deal?
Yeah, it is a platinum hits though.
Oh, that doesn't bother me. Not for Xbox. Like, is it in good shape?
I haven't looked at the disc itself, but the case is, yeah.
Yeah. Well, only if it's in good shape. Is it multiple discs?
No.
I mean, I think that game can be like $20-ish in some cases. So if it's like under 20, then sure. Under 20 and in good shape. I think the only games I'm going to have to test original Xbox backwards compatibility are going to be Grabbed by the Ghoulies and Sands of Time.
Yeah, I mean, look.
And I have no idea if what of my 360 games are backwards compatible. But it'll be cool that I can test Fallout 3 for that 4K thing. Actually, also Skyrim, even though that's completely pointless. Like, I think it's like Skyrim, Fallout 3, and 2 other games right now, I think, that are like going to be like 4K Xbox 360 games on Xbox One X.
Okay.
Or I say 4K. I don't know if it's exactly that number, but that's definitely kind of crazy.
This is like stupid. This is like the last level. Doesn't it just seem like a stupid last level?
It seems rather obnoxious.
It's like not. It's. There we go. It just seems like the wrong idea for a last level. Is this gonna be the boss?
Got to another room. Oh man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Show.
Your spikes, they're rubber. I've been fooled this entire time.
Did she say we must walk out of here? Oh, we must get out of here.
Oh.
Can you walk? I get to read the subtitles twice if I'm like, wait,
What
did that say?
Did that say
no
odor?
one? Did that say no one gives me odors?
No, it gives me odors.
That's what it said.
Oh man.
Oh, are we gonna get that eye shot?
Here it comes.
Oh, or they combine their powers?
Yep.
Oh no, I think she's giving up all her power to you.
Yep.
Oh, here's the eye shot.
There it is.
That's intense.
Yeah. Oh, we're inside the eye. We're inside the eye.
Whoa.
All of his molecules
There's
are becoming planets. Oh,
It's like-
this is incredible. Oh yeah.
There's like galaxies in his cells.
It's gonna get you so hyped, and hopefully, like the last boss is easy. Oh yeah. There it is. Oh yeah. Uh-oh. For the first time.
Well, that
for
was
the
an
last-
interesting cut.
Yeah. Oh man. I mean, the ambition was there for this. They had the ambition.
There's a lot of heart in this, you know?
Yeah. I hope he's really easy. I love easy last bosses.
I mean, sometimes it's disappointing, and sometimes you're so glad.
Yeah. Oh! Oh! Nothing kills the excitement. Oh, he takes away. He doesn't have a life bar.
It's kind of weird.
Oh, but I'm.
Oh, he's collecting crystals. Is he collecting crystals, or are you collecting crystals?
He has. So he has his. So it says that he has. Maybe I gotta collect them all to beat him.
That's probably it. So you just survive?
No, I gotta hit him to collect them.
Oh, so you're knocking them out of him.
Yeah.
Oh, so he took the yellow one back.
Right. I think it's just some well-placed hits. Like, it's probably is not really that hard. It's just figuring it out. See, there's 1, 2. So he takes it back after a certain point. Yeah, I mean, it's... Oh, he's got the power of... Oh, whoa. That's not good. Turns into a bird.
It's an interesting idea for a final boss.
Yeah.
Like, you collect all his things. Then you probably have to do, like, a super move when you get them all.
Yeah. You just kind of gotta avoid him when he like does the power up thing. It's gonna turn into the bird again.
I think he's just summoning the bird.
I cannot. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty tough. I mean, it seems unnecessarily difficult for. So there's 6 of them. There's 6 orbs. It looks like.
Yeah.
All right. Kick that one in early. The music's kind of good. Right here.
Well, you got those first 3 out pretty quick.
Yeah. I wish I could get him before he turns into the Phoenix.
If you stand in the middle, will you have more opportunity to dodge.
No, it's pretty tough.
Sometimes like one like appears in the middle, and that can be hard because you'll jump into it.
Come on. I mean, it's like really. Hopefully, I get to start here if I have to continue, because the level is just obnoxious.
Yeah.
It'd be one thing if I could like block. Ugh. Not having a good run here. This is my last laugh. I guess it's going to be the moment of truth. Ugh. Please let me start there. I'm not going to get to, I'm sure, but...
We'll see.
It would be nice. I mean, the level is just obnoxiously long. Nope, it's not going to be it. Nope.
Ah.
I mean, it's not that hard, really. I'll see if I can do it really quick and get back to him. It's just like such a stupid last level. I don't even care about like any of the items there are to pick up. They're all bombs all the time anyways.
Let me look up that.
Yeah, to see if there's you can see anything that like will help me beat him.
Yeah, I'm going to look it up. Let's take a look at this long play. Okay, this looks like the final boss.
Yeah, I just hope that there's no like second form to him.
I mean, he's jumping over that yellow horizontal attack, obviously. At first, he just kind of, gets him in the corner, keeps knocking him in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And then he does that yellow dash across the screen several times, and you just jump over that.
But if he gets all the orbs, that's all it takes.
Well, hang on. He summoned the bird. This guy's standing on the left side. Oh, and then he starts jumping around a lot. You haven't gotten past the Phoenix phase, right? Or
Right.
maybe you did. You
No.
might have once.
I mean,
He got another orb. He got a fourth orb, and then he summoned the Phoenix again. So what this guy does during the Phoenix phase, like I don't know if it's really a strategy or if he's just kind of lucking out, but like he's staying on the left side, like next to the column for several seconds,
mm-hmm.
and then he just like starts jumping like the whole length of the room, like back and forth a few times.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about kind of doing. I mean, I think I did something very similar.
So he summons this big fire dragon, not long after that. But it just like follows like a set path. Like it goes in this like curvy pattern.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like definitely a safe spot. Like either the right side or left side of the screen will be safe when he summons the fire dragon, but I don't know how you can know.
Mm-hmm.
It makes a few passes. Oh, he got the last orb. I don't know if he hit a button but it's like paused that he's doing a thing now. I don't know if he had to push a button, but like as soon as he got the third orb, he started doing it.
Dang it.
It's definitely the end. That's like all you got to do.
Not doing good this first time here. The level's not that hard.
Once you got it figured out, at least.
Maybe. Well, that part I do.
Like, I think the main thing you gotta get down is just get that bird part down. Like I say, like he stands on the left side for several seconds, and then he just like jumps the whole length of the room like back and forth several times.
Okay.
Like he didn't even do it perfectly, but like it looked like that's what he was trying to do. And he's definitely pretty good at blocking like the shurikens.
Yeah.
When he turns yellow, he just is going to go back and forth several times, and you just jump over him. Oh, you missed the yellow thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's a cool, like you said, it's a cool idea for a last boss, for sure. Oh, I got the blue.
Ooh.
He's still turning into it, though.
Yeah, well, he actually turned into it twice pretty quickly on the video I watched. That strategy did okay. You got hit twice, but it generally seemed to not be too bad. Oh, here comes the fire dragon, I think. Okay, one side of the screen will be safe.
Okay.
It'll do another pass, though.
All right. So I got to follow him and stay on that side of the screen. Okay. Listen, it's happening.
It's happening. You got this.
Oh, he took it back. Give me that blue. No, maybe not. Come on.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
He's doing it again, though.
Yeah, well, this happened in the video I looked at, so.
He's doing it again.
Definitely be ready to do your whatever button is your special attack when you get the last one, because I don't know if you're going to need to trigger it or if it's automatic.
Okay.
But like, it looks like you can do it the second that you get it.
This is so stupid. See what he's doing?
Yeah.
He's just wearing me down that way. He's doing the red. So okay. So he goes that way and then comes back. Okay. I think okay. It's happening.
Well, I think the last time though, I think it came back the direction that it went. I don't know how you know where it's going to come back from.
It doesn't go from side to side like.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Man, I was doing so good for a second there.
Well, you held him off for a long time the previous run, so I mean, I don't think you need to be worried necessarily about if, like, if you lose some health here and there, like, you can hold out.
I just want to get the red, and then we can deal with the rest then. So you're screwed if you can't be on the side of the screen there, pretty much.
You can't duck under the small?
It doesn't look like it.
The low one? How do you know which side it's going to come from then?
I think it goes the side that...
It comes back from the side that it goes?
I think so.
I mean, that would be easy if it does, but for some reason I thought that didn't happen one time, but maybe I was wrong.
With the blue. I feel like
he should lose his powers after you get them. Like, he shouldn't be able to do that blue thing anymore.
I was feeling confident that I was going to be safe there. Like I was safe there before. So let's continue. I know it's like, I have 2 more continues left. I think I can do it.
You got this.
Yeah. Hopefully nobody's too bored with this. Such a stupid idea for a last level.
Yeah, it seems really obnoxious. But at least you know how to do it now. Like, you can get to the boss reliably now.
Yeah. Except for that,
Oh,
you spoke too soon.
you got this. You got this.
I know. I survived that. You see me run away from it?
Oh, I just caught the replay.
That was luck. Come on. It's like wait, what's the term for it? Zombieing?
Zombieing? Yeah, you're zombieing. You gotta keep your focus.
I mean, I was close to beating him that one time too. This is so stupid. I don't even understand. It's like you have to be so precise with your jump there that it's like not even.
Oh, so
I did the downward thrust by accident and bounced me right up into the missile.
about how many games I need to beat during the marathon. 5 should be sufficient.
Okay.
If
Do
I
you,
want
do
to
you
stay,
have like 5 generally like easy beats that you could?
possibly. I haven't, like, for sure. I want to try to do Pocky and Rocky 2,
Mm-hmm.
the Japanese version, and World of Illusion. I'm going to have Drum and Lynn over for co-oping those.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got ideas for the others, but I haven't really nailed down what I want my lineup to be. But if I do 5, it should be enough, because on the following Monday I'm scheduled to do Dynamite Cop on the Backloggery stream.
Nice.
So, which is a definite, pretty much a guaranteed beat. Because I mean that's supposed to be really short. And I think I think it might even be like Infinite continues. Like, I think it's, when I tested it out, it seemed like it was kind of arcade style. Like, like you know, you could put in a fake quarter whenever you wanted. Basically, it almost seemed like.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know if it's always like that. I don't know. Anyway, so I mean, what I'm fighting against are the 2 Switch games that, you know, inflate my backlog, and then you know, the 4 impending Xbox One games. So I'll be once I finish 2 on stream, I'll be under 99, or I'll be back to 99.
Mm-hmm.
But to be safe for the Xbox, when the Xbox One X comes, and my 4 Xbox One games will count.
So stupid. I'm gonna run out of lives. I'm just gonna kill myself because it's stupid for me to try to do it.
I like how you're like holding out your hand too, trying to stop it.
This is gonna be the last. This is it. It's our last continue.
All right, you're going to do it.
If I don't do it, then I don't do it. But maybe I could do it during the stream then.
Which Xbox One games I've already got. I mean, most of them are, or half of them at least, are games that Coury just grabbed because he saw them on clearance at Target, which was Sunset Overdrive and Gears of War. What's the version called? Ultimate Edition or whatever.
Like the Ultimate. Yeah.
And I also bought Ori and the Blind Forest and Fallout 4 Game of the Year Edition.
Which does not have the DLC on disc.
Yeah, that's so crazy. Like, I really like how the Xbox 360 does it, where they put the DLC on, like, its separate installer disc. Like, that's so cool, really. Like, in a way, I almost like that better than the PS3 method of, everything is on the Blu-ray disc. Because it almost feels like more of a guarantee, that it's like, oh, it's really real and there on disc, as its own thing,
Right.
Like, that's just a really cool way to do it.
Yeah.
Like, I would even be okay with them just releasing that separately, because there's no verification for it,
Mm-hmm.
It just, you just get it. You install it.
Are we planning an Action Max episode for next year? Well, if we can, I mean, you have one, don't you have one, or you have another kind of VHS? I mean, we're definitely doing another VHS episode.
Oh, the Captain Power.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know that much about it. I haven't taken a look at the tape yet. Like, aren't like toys supposed to respond to flashes during the video or something?
Right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We don't have it. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. But there's definitely going to be another VHS episode, because I have a whole bunch of different ones here. Could be relatively soon. It probably will be this year, actually.
You have like 2 more episodes planned for the year, right?
Yeah, I'm going to try and do more, though. I'll do more episodes if I beat this game tonight. If not, then I'm quitting it.
You're done.
Come on, this is so stupid. It's like, there's no guarantee you're going to make it.
You were just really consistent that one time, though.
I know. I think I just got to not try to flip. And just, I gotta hold the button down until I'm like clear of it. Come on! I'm gonna lose my mind. I can't even make it back to the stupid guy. I was looking at the chat. That time. Well, it's definitely not happening. Man, this is like never. I've come so far. I think I've kind of got this figured out too. the jump part. I think I've got the missile, like the actual jumping part, figured out. I just wasn't holding down the button long enough.
All right, you got this.
This is I'm gonna beat the level, and then I'm also gonna beat the last boss on this life.
Yep. Totally.
Well, that was a perfect ending. Oh, here, look at him.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Man. That was it. That was it, you know? It is what it is.
It is what it is, you know?
I'll reattempt it for the extra life. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, it's only going to take you like an hour at this point, probably.
Yeah, maybe I can just blast through it then.
You probably will.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, you got in a zombie state of mind. You regressed. That's what happens.
Yeah.
And once that starts happening, once you start regressing, then it's hard to come back. Like, you got to get up and go to the bathroom or something.
Yeah. All right. It's almost midnight.
That was a cool game, though.
It is. Yeah. I mean, we'll see it again in a few days.
Alongside whatever else I'm playing and whatever else you're playing. Do you have like a goal in mind for how many you're going to try to finish?
No, I'm just gonna go as much as many as I can. I don't.
Are you going to order pizza? Seems like the thing to do.
Yeah. Why not?
That's what I'm planning to do.
Yeah. I get some Newport pizza.
I was tempted to get some pizza this weekend, but I was like, no, I better save pizza for next weekend.
Yeah. I mean, I'll order some cheesy breadsticks. We'll see what happens.
But yeah, I'm hoping I can beat a good bit of stuff.
You should make a pile, and or should we have it be like a surprise?
I mean, I don't mind saying what some of the things on the list are potentially. I mean, like off the top of my head, like I want to do Kiki Kai Kai 2, aka Pocky and Rocky 2. World of Illusion. I might try to do Lost Kingdoms, maybe. I'm always annoyed every time I see Lost Kingdoms 2, because I don't want to buy it without having finished the first game. But Lost Kingdoms 2 is not particularly cheap.
Whoa! How do you do that roll? You did like this roll move.
Oh.
Maybe I should look at the manual. Look at that. I wonder if he's invincible during it. I'll figure it out.
Probably not. That's interesting.
Yeah. Well.
I kind of because I'm worried that Lost Kingdoms 2 is going to get really expensive eventually.
Yeah.
And I want to beat Lost Kingdoms 1 so I can buy Lost Kingdoms 2. Which I think Lost Kingdoms 2 is supposed to be like definitely the better game, but Lost Kingdoms 1 still seems to be a really good game. I might try to do Maximo versus Army of Zen.
That feels like it would be like the big one. Like that'd be a long game.
Yeah. Really. I don't know if it'd be that long, but that's a possibility. I mean, Lost Kingdoms might be a little long. I mean, how long to beat made it look like it was like 5 to 6 hours, which is surprisingly short. But
yeah,
if I manage to beat 5 games, then I'll probably try to start doing something that like might take some effort. like Battletoads. Or at that point, I might be so. I mean, they're all going to take effort, but I mean, when I say effort, I'm talking about something that is going to take persistence more than effort.
Right.
You know, something that you're going to lose all your continues and have to start over. I'm for starters, I don't think I'm going to go that route.
Right. You want to pick something that has unlimited continues.
Yeah, yeah. And World of Illusion has a password system, so
Yeah. So
and
that's like having unlimited continues.
yeah, and Kiki Kakai 2 should have infinite continues because the first game did.
Yeah. Oh, really quick, I see Retro Gamer BB 2019 is here. He left a comment on the video about the 3DO optical drive emulator and also an RGB mod. Something I want to talk about in the future for sure. I'm just saying because I definitely want to see if I can get my FC10 RGB modded. I mean, I thought that, and also 240p modded. I don't know if there's like what the details are on the RGB mod for it, but that'd be cool. It'd be nice to get it done. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, I can't remember what other games were off the top of my head. Like a lot of the
I
systems.
see somebody saying something about Wild 9. I should play that. I have the for the PS1. I wonder how long it is. I wonder if that has unlimited continues.
What is it?
It's a shiny entertainment game.
Oh, okay.
Could be fun.
I sort of thought about Lost Vikings 2, but I don't know if that might be a little too involved.
Yeah.
Too much thinking for a stream, for a marathon.
Right. I mean, it could be, yeah. Do World of Illusion is one of the first ones. It's gonna be a trippy game late in this session. It might be too freaky.
Well, I don't know.
You want to do that co-op anyways. So.
Yeah, my friends Drum and Lynn are going to come over at some point during the marathon, and I don't know if they're going to prefer to come earlier or later. We'll have to sort of plan that out.
Yeah, I mean, we're probably gonna. At least here, I probably won't be playing much like at this PVM. I can't imagine sitting in this chair for 24 hours straight. I'd be like, it'd become part of me, more so than it already is.
Wait. So the you consider the couch more comfortable than the chair?
Well, I can like lay down on it, kind of. I just replaced my coffee table with an ottoman that has storage inside of it, so I can I can kick my legs up on it.
Okay.
I want to get one. It's just one that we had for a long time. It's kind of nice because I just like have my controllers inside of it, so I can just lift it up and grab whatever I need out of it. But I want to get like a nicer one, kind of like the one that Game Dave has, where you flip over the top and it makes little trays.
Oh yeah, that is pretty cool.
That's what I want to get instead, so it can be a kind of a combination of storage and a table.
Yeah.
All right, is that gonna do it?
I guess that does it. It's after midnight somehow.
Yeah.
it was a fun watch.
Yeah, definitely. So everyone, remember Saturday starting at 10 a.m. We hope that we'll see all 184 of you. Then.
Yep, we're going to see all of you.
Yep. At some point, hopefully, throughout the entire time. But we'll see. We'll have some people joining us on Skype. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Throughout the entire day and night. I mean, not consistently, but we told a lot of people that they can drop in and out as they want to.
Yep.
All right, everybody. We'll see you on Saturday.
Good night.
Good night.